It's actually Tuesday, I think. Yeah, I think it's a Tuesday. And I'm actually getting ready to head out. Waiting for Brandon right now. We're going to head up a local video store, but I figured I would actually start this off because we have something more than a traditional little haul going on. I don't know if you guys saw a couple videos ago, I actually bought a box of Blu-rays off of a woman here in South Jersey who kind of bought movies for kids and all kinds of stuff, and just kind of due to streaming and stuff didn't really do anything with them anymore. So she put them on Facebook Marketplace. She was like, somebody just take these. It was like $20, and I went and bought it of course, and I took about, I don't know, I think I kept like 20 plus of the 80 about that were in the box, which made the $20 I spent on the box, totally worth it anyway. But actually get ready to head to Bandit video with Brandon. I'm going to be trading in a bunch of stuff, so I figured I would show, the box and stuff. So this is the box here. That's Diesel. Hello. So this is the box here. I don't really want to... All right, you know what? So there's a bunch of titles in here. Some stuff that I bought that I just wasn't really into. This is actually getting sold on Mercari, so I'll keep that to the side. But yeah, there's probably, I don't know, I'd say 60 or so titles in here. It's just a mix of Blu-rays and some DVDs and stuff. But yeah, so I mean, it's a pretty big box. Big old chunk there. Hey, buddy. But yeah, for right now, I'm just waiting for Brandon. And we're going to head out to Williamstown to Bandit Video. We'll, trade in this big old box. And we'll see what kind of credit we can get and see what we can pick up today. So, should be fun. I've never really showed off the collection too much on here, so I figured this would be a good video too. So, here on the left, we actually have a little collector's case. There's kind of some Jurassic Park stuff in there. This is actually Indiana Jones, his father's diary. That's in there. That's the almanac from Back to the Future 2. A couple of NECA figures, some signatures, some books. Just kind of some random stuff. And this is primarily what you see in the background of the videos. This is my slipcover area. And then because these shelves are dense, I just kind of put some collector's editions in front until we get down here, which is non-slipcover stuff, and then non-slips as well as other collections kind of go over here. Soundtracks over there that I'm kind of starting to collect, and just kind of some stuff to fill in, shelves and whatnot. MCU collection, box sets. This is definitely not permanent. This is a very temporary setup. And then we have more of the main boutique shelf over here. Second Sight, Vinegar Syndrome, Arrow, Vestron, Grindhouse, Scream Factory. Just kind of goes down there. Over here I have some books. Some cool Jurassic Park stuff up there. But yeah, books, steel books, games. Then I have, some Criterions down there. Rest of my Criterions over here. Some magazines and collectibles over there. So this is, just sort of what's behind me on the daily and the videos and stuff. I figured this would be better time. No better time to really show this off than now. Actually watching some Good Mythical Morning while waiting for Brandon. So yeah, that's the collection. All right, so pick it up a little bit later. We're actually here at Bandit. We just got out. There were some people in there, so I didn't really want to film in there. And yeah, so I bought a box worth of stuff for $20, right? I mentioned that earlier. I bought a box worth of stuff for $20 and brought it here. I added some things, but brought it here to Bandit. I ended up getting $75 in store credit. So I used that. I'm gonna do a little haul video afterwards. But yeah, $75 in credit. Brandon can vouch for that because he was there.
I got 3 things somehow. Chris gave me something.
So yeah,
$20 turned into $75, which turned into $75 well spent here at Bandit. And it's actually this bag full of stuff. And then Brandon was at a yard sale and picked up some stuff for me as well. So probably, how many titles added? Probably 30?
I was about to say that, yeah, about 30.
30? Yeah. And now we're gonna go to Panda Express and get some lunch, man. You hungry?
Starving.
All right. So we're finally home, back.
Feels like it's been a long day, but it hasn't been a long day
I
at
don't
the same
know.
time.
Feels like it's been like 12 hours.
It has, oh my god.
We did end up leaving Bandit and going to Best Buy. Anyway.
We did. I had to get one thing at Best Buy, which I'll show in a few, but
yeah. So we ended up going to Best Buy, but as I mentioned in an earlier clip, I actually bought a box of movies from a girl that was local to us here in South Jersey. She was a mom. Her kids were basically not watching them anymore because of streaming.
Tisk.
So they were collecting dust. She posted on Facebook. I went. I bought $20 I gave her for this box. It was like 80 titles. I kept probably 20. You took 10?
It was a little more than 10.
Yeah.
About 10, 15.
Yeah, I took the rest. I took the rest. I kept in a box, and then we brought it to a local spot in Sicklerville called Bandit Video, and traded them in. And I ended up getting $75 of credit for $20 worth of movies.
And I traded in 3.
Oh, you bought 3?
I bought 3, and I traded in 3. I only got $5 for my trade-ins, but that's okay. So we're going to talk about what we got today. But first, I just want to start with this. So Chris got this a long time ago. I think it's been a long time, actually, since he got this. A couple months ago. You had no idea what this is. I have no idea what this is. You said you can only get through 10 minutes of it, but I probably could sit through it a little bit longer. It's a Troma movie, which really surprised us. It's Moonshine Meat Market Mayhem. Try saying that 10 times fast. I don't know anything about this. I don't want to... Well, I'll say what it says. It says it's like a deranged, perverted, weird Mad Max. So it's probably good.
That's probably why I was interested in it in the first place.
That's okay. I'm looking forward to watching it. It looks cool. I don't know. If it sucks, it sucks. It's just another thing I have in the collection. But yeah, go ahead. Because you have a lot more than I do.
So, yeah, I ended up with $75 worth of store credit. And honestly, it was actually harder to go through the $75 than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I thought you were going to wait. I thought you were going to keep some more as store credit.
I actually only spent $60. And then, so he cut me a deal. He was like, oh, we'll just do flat out $60.
Oh, that's right.
And then there was one title for $15 that I was like, oh, well, I'm going to go.
Just pick up that extra. Yeah, let's go for it.
So I'll go through a couple, but nothing crazy, nothing stupid rare or anything. The first one I grabbed was Arnold Schwarzenegger's The Last Stand, and there's very few Schwarzenegger films that I love post like 2010.
Yeah, that's one of them though. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's just fun. It doesn't take itself too seriously.
No.
The action is great. It's one I've been kind of keeping an eye on, so I was happy to pick this up.
That case is scary though.
Yeah, it got like chewed up,
damaged to hell, but
I didn't even notice that when I bought it.
Yeah, I'm glad I did.
Somehow. I found this. I was actually kind of shocked to find this. I picked up Michael Mann's Ali with Will Smith. I don't think I've ever seen this in full, but I've been slowly collecting all of Michael Mann's movies.
It's a good one.
I know this is the 151-minute cut, but it was one that I've kind of been looking at kind of on eBay and stuff here and there, so I figured I'd finally pick it up, for $5. I can't really complain too much. And we actually had a conversation at Panda Express about adding stuff to the Amazon cart.
Yeah.
Not buying it, hoping that we can just find it at one of the stores that we shop at. And this was one of them, and it's Richard Gere and Diane Lane in Unfaithful.
My mama's favorite man. My mom loves Richard Gere. Rightfully so.
One of my favorite genres is the erotic thriller, like Basic Instinct, Fatal Attraction, Unfaithful.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a subgenre of thrillers that kind of... It's like gone. Mm-hmm. I feel like the closest we got was Gone Girl.
Which I picked up last time.
So this has been in my cart. It's been like $15 on Amazon. I ended up just grabbing it for $4.95. So
it's a good movie though.
Happy to add that one.
Cool. All right, I'm just going through one because, like I said, Chris has a lot more than I do. But I guess this is a kids movie. I don't know. I like this movie. It's got Dustin Hoffman, Natalie Portman. It's Mr. Megorium. Hoffman. Did I say Hoffman? Yeah. Did I? I'm sorry. Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium. I remember seeing this a long time ago and really enjoying it. And once again, this one was like $3.99 because of the deal that they always have at Bandit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I couldn't pass it up. Is it good? I don't remember if it's that good. I enjoy it for what it is.
I don't remember ever watching it.
No, it's fun. It's a fun one.
It's one of those movies that's in my memory, but I just have no.
That's fair.
What do you call it?
And whatever. Just decide to get it.
So, yeah, a couple more little fun ones. A lot of, like, when we go to places like Second and Charles and Bandit, a lot of it is more so about kind of filling gaps in the collection. Like, average stuff that we love, but, you know, we just don't have, you know, in your collection or mine here.
Which is why, Matt, I'm glad you got this one, because I've been looking for this, actually.
Yeah, I got Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Finally, I actually also found She's Out of My League, but the case was literally smashed into pieces.
Yeah, that's a shame.
So, I also finally picked up a super underrated action.
It is underrated.
Comedy, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I'm really surprised this one doesn't have a 4K yet.
I know,
especially considering Pitt and Jolie.
Exactly. What did I tell you about that movie though? What's a funny factoid about Brandon when it comes to that movie?
I don't remember.
This was the first movie I ever owned on my PlayStation P when I was like 14.
Yeah, PSP. I remember the UMDs, right?
Yeah,
they were
the
called?
UMDs, yeah.
Universal Media Discs.
They were cool.
Yeah. Erica and I watched this not too long ago, and I hadn't seen it in probably a decade, and had a ton of fun with it again.
Yeah, it's good.
And then this one was really interesting. I know nothing about this movie. I've never even heard of it. I simply read the cast and just kind of read the back, and I don't really know. And it is The Killer Inside Me. If anybody's ever seen this, let me know if it's good. One thing I am going to start doing is everything I buy, I'm not going to add into the collection. I'm going to make a pile.
Smart.
That way I'm forced to watch them before I actually put them in the collection, because we're kind of getting to that point. You know what I mean?
I get it.
But not only am I a big fan of sort of like noirs, especially takes place in like 50s, 60s, but Casey Affleck, you have Jessica Alba, Kate Hudson, and this looks brutal. I don't really know, honestly. But yeah, it looks wild. Released by AFC, so I figured I'd take a shot.
Cool.
Yeah, Killer Inside Me.
And then this movie is, I don't want to say it's a guilty pleasure because it's a really widely known movie. Probably one of my favorite Samuel L. Jackson movies. That's Coach Carter. God, this is such a good movie. Like, I can go on and on how much I love this. This is another movie that I watched a lot as a kid on my PSP. God, that seems to be a theme today.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That's a great one. And I don't know. I always like quoting this movie because there's a character named Timo Cruz. You should know who he is in this movie if you've seen this movie. He reminds me a lot of my dad. Like a young version of my dad. Maybe because he shares the same last name. He had the same hairstyle as my dad. Yeah. I don't know. But it's cool. Yeah. Great movie. If you haven't seen it, it's great. Watch it. Yeah,
Coach Carter rules. I remember finding it, and I was like, I thought it was rare. But...
No, it's not rare. But I somehow didn't have it because I had the DVD version, but I haven't had the Blu-ray version.
Yeah, no, jeez, I did buy a lot.
You did buy a lot today.
Well, I didn't spend any money.
No, you didn't. Yeah,
I didn't spend a single dime. So
technically, I spent $5, but whatever.
So I'm not a big fan of this movie, but Erica is. So I picked it up for her. I'm gonna give it another go, and that's Date Night. Honestly, I'm not the biggest Tina Fey or Steve Carell fan.
It's where you're slacking, man.
I think it's the Mark Wahlberg scene though. That was my favorite.
In that movie,
just how ridiculous he is.
Yeah, but I love that movie. I love those actors.
I feel like when I think of, I feel like I kind of put this and Game Night in the same category, and Game Night is a much better.
It is a much better movie. I'm not gonna lie.
But yeah, so I picked up Date Night for Erica. This movie's not good, but I picked it up because I have the first two, and that's The Transporter 3.
Still haven't seen any of those.
There is another one, Transporter Refueled, where it's a different actor.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
The thing I remember about this movie, though, is the editing is terrible. Oh. It's one of those...
Jump cuts?
It's kind of like Taken, where it's just sort of like every second is a cut. Yeah, and I remember it... I remember...
fake, I guess, kind of.
Yeah, and this was 2008, so I think I was in high school, and I was actually in my writing for TV and film. We called it the WTF class.
Yeah, there you go.
And we put the train, or is it a truck? I think it's the truck scene on, and even my film teacher was like, "What the hell's happening here?"
You're filling out the collection, like you said. That's all that matters.
And then I also picked up one of my favorite sport movies, and that's Gridiron Gang. This is one I always loved. I think it's a perfect role for The Rock. Love the story here. It's one that actually really pulls on the heartstrings for me personally. Yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to get a complete Rock collection.
There's nothing wrong with that.
This is what I needed.
He's a great actor.
Oh yeah, and Exhibit's in here too.
You still need the Tooth Fairy. Don't forget.
God damn.
You need the Tooth Fairy. All right, and the last thing, well, second to last thing that I grabbed, because, you know, Bandit, like we've talked about before, has that buy two, get one free deal, which is awesome. This is by my favorite director today, and this is Moonrise Kingdom, directed by the great Wes Anderson. I'm really looking forward to his new movie. This one's no exception. I'm surprised I didn't have this. Like, when I was going through and I'm like, wow, I actually don't own this. I really should own this, though. And now I do, because it's great. And the whole cast is fantastic. That's one thing I love about Wes Anderson. He takes, like, really weird actors. Well, that sounds really terrible of me to say, but, like, actors you wouldn't expect to be in a movie together and make something completely gold.
Yeah, because his cast for Asteroid City
Looks fantastic.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
yeah.
Like, when would you ever see that, you know, him and, what's his name? God, why am I drawing a blank now? Jason Schwartzman in a movie together.
Oh, yeah.
Never. But here they are.
Yeah.
So, watch this. It's great.
So just to kind of wrap out my little haul here, I did pick up. I've actually never seen the sequel, but it was there.
Yeah,
so
I forgot there was a sequel. Like I said,
I picked up Hot Tub Time Machine 1 and 2.
first one's so good.
The first one's incredible.
That's so
the second one, I have no idea. We'll see. Chevy Chase is in there. Yeah. I don't know what Chevy Chase is doing.
I don't know. What is he even doing in movies at all anymore?
So this one actually Erica showed me, and I had a ton of fun with it. So I did pick it up for her, but it was also kind of for me.
Gotcha.
And it was The Proposal. I actually really like Sandra Bullock in here.
I love
Ryan
Sandra Bullock
Reynolds.
in general. I think she's great. So
Ryan Reynolds is just doing his thing. It's a lot of fun. You also have what's her name in here too? Betty White. Yeah. Craig T. Nelson. Yep, Betty White. So picked up The Proposal. Still trying to get more comedies, as you can see by this stack here. I finally did pick up The Wrath of Man. I actually watched this with Erica not too long ago. We didn't get all the way through. We got halfway through. And then we had to go and do something. But I actually think this is one of Guy Ritchie's best movies in a long time.
yeah, I agree.
I know Scream Factory put out the 4K. Scheme Factory, I'm not jumping on that. But yeah, I picked it up for $8. So Wrath of Man.
$8, why not?
I finally picked up one of the funniest movies of all time, and it's Due Date. Robert Downey Jr. is brutal.
He is.
He is mean.
But
dude.
what he's able to do with Zach Galifianakis is
Bro, this
perfect.
is a mean movie. Like,
I know. But
there are moments in this movie where I'm like, oh.
I know.
Holy
but it's
shit.
so funny.
And this is Todd Phillips, the director of The Hangover,
Correct.
Joker, all of that stuff.
Yep.
I also picked up Jurassic World on 4K. I actually picked this up because I had the box set. I actually gave it to you.
Yes, you did.
Because I wanted to collect them all individually on 4K. This is going to look really nice along with the other matching slipcovers for the rest of the series. And then last but not least, this was the final.
Told you just to get it, so.
This was the final $15. I had spent $60 and I had $75 of credit. So I finally picked up Morbius, the best movie ever made.
That's worth $15.
With the, what do you call it, slip here? The lenticular slip. So I picked this up. I was happy, as soon as he was like, yeah, I'll give you $15 credit, I was like, wait, I know
Exactly.
what I'm going to pick up. So I ran over.
You know what sucks, though? Like,
Morbius.
Morbius is one of my favorite comics in the Marvel Universe, and I was so excited to watch this.
Yeah. I just remember watching the trailer. I forget what movie I saw that this trailer played.
Okay.
But after the trailer was over, I was like, what year is it? Because it felt like 2006.
Yeah, when it got announced or something.
I was like, well, it just, like, the trailer gave
forever.
off, like, a 2006 comic book movie vibe.
That's true.
I was like, damn.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Took
So
us
that was
back.
my last pickup. Yeah, Morbius.
Cool. And I got one last thing, guys. I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah, man.
It's really rare. Might be out of print. I'm not entirely sure.
Might be.
Been talking about this for a long time. It is the Hero of Color City. Now, why is this movie so rare and expensive? Well, as you can see, it's got a yellow case. If you remember a couple videos back that Chris and I did, I really wanted to find this movie.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
My Apple Watch is going off. So I really wanted to find a copy of this, mainly because I just wanted the yellow case to put in my Simpsons movie.
It's not really rare now.
No, it's not really rare and expensive. It's you can find it at dollar stores.
I'm not sure I understand.
Shut up! Anyway, okay. So for the free one, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth it just to have that yellow case. And we were reading more about this movie, and the cast boggles me.
I know more about that movie than I know of most of my movies.
That's what sucks. So me too.
After your little deep dive.
Exactly. And then last thing, when we went to Best Buy, because I needed this, because Chris is coming over to my house right after this video, and we're going to build myself a little home theater, which is exciting. A 4-port HDMI switch. Now, why do you need 4 ports for a home theater?
That was the most expensive thing of the day.
That was the most expensive thing of the day. I was like, actually, you know what? I'm not going to say how much it was.
Shut up!
But, no. Because I'm also hooking up my game consoles to it. And I collect video games and have a lot of game consoles. But, yeah.
So, thought it'd be fun. I mean, I tried. Recording in public is still a little weird. And honestly, I get so into the hunt and like being there and looking, I forget to pull out my phone and record. So I tried. I mean,
you're always trying to catch me slipping.
It, but hey, man,
that's how you are.
But yeah. Anyway, just figured it'd be fun to do a little haul video.
Yeah, for sure.
I needed Brandon back on the channel. It's been too long.
You guys
it's been
missed
like
me,
2 weeks.
I know. And I'm going kind of a bit of a hiatus on my channel right now. It's nothing against you guys. It's nothing against him. It's just some things I just want to get done and resolve, and just eventually I'll post more content.
It's all my fault.
Yeah, that's probably is your fault.
We're overdue for a second to Charles trip.
We are. We should do that soon. And plus we have, well, what is it? It is the 16th. So towards the end of the month, we'll do our recap of everything that we've gotten for the month. Because we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
I feel like this month.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me and Brandon again.
Yeah, it's always
so
fun.
happy to have him back on the channel. Hope you guys start making videos again, man.
I know I do. It's just like I said, just trying to take a small hiatus right now. My next video probably will be, I'm going to the It's a Toy Show convention, whatever you want to call it. It's a toy show. It's a toy show in Mays Landing, New Jersey.
Is it a toy show?
It's a toy show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if he wants to come, I don't think he can make it. Saturdays suck for him. But yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm going to be there with Rue of Rue TV, who might comment on this video. Who knows? You should check out his channel too. But yeah. So that's going to be fun.
But yeah, so thanks for hanging out, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the haul. Comment down below which pickup was your favorite. Let me know if anybody's seen that one movie.
That one movie.
Called now.
Remember
The
that
Killer
one movie?
Inside Me.
Yeah, and let me know if you guys have watched the Hero of Color City.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks.
Later. What the fuck?
Are you that guy from Best Buy today that screamed "What the fuck"?
Yeah, that guy was mad.
I don't know what he was mad about.
They were out of Ant-Man and the Wasp.